Hi, Richard Brook, Acupuncture and Yoga teacher here. So I'm out in nature this afternoon, so I'm going to be talking about ion particles and also the benefits of being out in nature generally for the body and the mind. So within a cubic centimetre of air, you've got what we call ion particles. So when you're out in a natural environment like this, within 1 cubic centimetre of air, you've got between 2 and 4,000 negatively charged ion particles. So negatively charged ion particles are actually the ones that are healthy for you. If you get out into an environment such as underneath a waterfall, the amount of these negatively charged ion particles actually increases even more. So I think they did a study where they went under Yosemite Falls out in the States, and they actually recorded 100,000 negatively charged ion particles per cubic centimetre. What happens though when we live in an urban environment, or whenever any kind of toxic pollutant binds onto a negatively charged ion, it actually repolarizes it back into a positive state, so it then becomes a positively charged ion, which isn't good for you. So they've done these studies, I think, went down into downtown Japan. And again, bear in mind that you're talking in thousands when you're out in nature of these negatively charged ions. And they discovered down in downtown Japan, with all the polluted atmosphere of the motorways, that you're actually down into the dozens of negatively charged ion particles per cubic centimetre. So that means that we're breathing in, again in an urban environment, a lot of positively charged ions, and our body then also becomes positively charged. Similarly as well, computers, electronic devices, they all create a positive ion charge. So again, if you're in a room and surrounded by these devices, you're becoming, it's influencing your own energy field. Now the reason why you go under a waterfall, or if you buy a waterfall, and you get an increase in negatively charged ions, is because running water, or water that's having its surface tension broken, like as water cascades, it actually turns the ions back into negative ones. And this is why when it rains, it always feels so much more refreshing. So if it's been quite a hot day, it's not just the fact that sometimes it comes a cooling of temperature, but you'll notice there's just a different sensation that permeates the air after it's rained. And also similarly, if you obviously go in the shower, again, it's not just the fact that running water's hitting your body, it's actually because it's helping you to come back to a negatively charged ion state, which is healthy for you. What you can also do, if you're in a very heavily imbalanced ion situation or place, and I do this myself sometimes. I get one of those little spray guns that you use for spraying plants, and you can also spray that around your room, and again that will recharge the ions back to negative. So these are all little good things that you can do which will help you. Now another benefit of being out in nature is within nature there's a tiny little micro motion that's contained within natural matter. So within plants, animals, land, anything that's kind of natural creation, it's got a tiny little micro motion, which is a little vibration. So obviously as human beings we've also got that in our own body, and I believe it's a gentleman named Itzhak Bentov, if you want to look him up, that's Bentov, who actually managed to study this. So again, when you're in an urban environment, you're surrounded by a lot of quite foreign electromagnetic energy, but also very foreign vibration to the body. Often the ground isn't of the same frequency as it obviously when we're out in nature. So when you come out into nature, your body immediately recognises and feels comfortable because it mirrors, and on a very deep level it resonates with this little micro motion that's going on within the natural matter. So again, it's also why it's really healthy to go for a walk, or walk out in nature. Again, so on a very subtle level you'll relax and release contraction from your body. Because I often say this to people, but it's important to remember how influenced you are by vibration. It's a bit like you've just got to go and sit and listen to music, or be within an energy field of music, and see how it can alter your physiology and affect your physiology and get you moving. So when you're in a discordant field of vibration, even on a subtle level, it can create contraction in your body. So again, you get out into nature, and because it's all harmonious to you, you'll find that you'll relax on a very deep level. So there you go. Go out, take a walk, get out in nature. You know, if you work in front of a computer, get out of the office, get out into the air, get some running water around you. You know, go and find some trees and yeah, have a lovely afternoon. Thank you.